Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at more Am I Wrong stories. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. I'm 28 and have been with my boyfriend 36 for a year, and we moved in together about 4 months ago. One of the first things I noticed about my boyfriend was that he never really ate vegetables. He would sometimes eat them if we were out at a restaurant and they came as part of his meal, but he never ate them when I cooked for him. Originally, I thought that maybe my cooking was the problem, so I asked him if he enjoyed my food and he told me he loves my cooking. On nights I didn't cook for him, he ate exclusively frozen foods and never ate the vegetables in those either. Naturally, he had some health issues, vitamin deficiencies, etc. He had phrased it to me as if he was somehow just genetically unlucky. I believed it for a while because I don't know how that stuff works, but eventually it became clear to me it's because he voluntarily eats a vegetable like once a month. Once a month? Does he think he's a tiger or something? Yo, jeez. A vegetable once a month. My god, that's interesting. 6 months ago, I started hiding vegetables in my cooking. If I was making pasta, I put the vegetables in. I'd usually put in for myself, then take half out and blend it so he wouldn't notice the vegetable chunks, and then tell him I just scooped the vegetable out of his portion. This happens more often now that we live together because I do all of the cooking. He's been telling me a lot lately he's feeling a lot better the past few months and has even had his doctor reduce the dosage of some of his medications, and he hasn't had to take his multivitamin in weeks. I kept my mouth shut because I'm just glad he's feeling better, and it really does me no harm to hide the vegetable in his food. Yesterday I was making one of our regular pasta meals. It's one that's very easy to hide at least 4 veggies in, and I was about to blend my boyfriend's portion when the blender died mid-blend. I had to serve it in all its vegetable chunk glory. My boyfriend refused to eat the vegetables, but when he tasted the sauce, he said it's weird how it tastes exactly the same even though this one has vegetables in it. So I confessed. He screamed at me and called me a controlling bitch and said that it's none of my business if he thinks vegetables don't do anything. I pointed out that he felt better. He said his health was none of my business and that I'm controlling, judgy, and stormed out of our apartment to stay with his sister. His sister texted me to say he's fine, but she agrees with him. My friend agreed it's ridiculous that he doesn't eat vegetables, but agrees I'm being the ass. What? Why do people think this person's the ass? This person's being so nice, caring about her boyfriend's health. Unless he's allergic to vegetables, then yeah, that's an ass move for sure, right? Because, yeah. But this guy just doesn't like vegetables. And he even ate the vegetables before when it was blended. And that tasted amazing to him. So it's just the thought of vegetables that he hates? Does he just want to kill his own body because he doesn't eat veggies? I'm confused. Like, why is he so mad? I personally feel like if I hated veggies and my boyfriend was cooking for me and was making the dish taste better with the veggies in it, I would love him to death. Because now I can eat veggies without vomiting because I hated veggies before, you know what I mean? And now I can get all the nutrition from the veggies that also taste good. Oh, okay, after reading it again, it doesn't say that he told her that he hates vegetables, right? Because it says he also eats vegetables when they come in a meal at restaurants. So he can eat vegetables. And it doesn't say he told her to never make him vegetables ever because he hates eating them. He just doesn't eat them, that's all. I feel like if he told her, you know, like sat her down and was like, don't you ever feed me vegetables ever, then I'd be like, yeah, she didn't listen to him, didn't respect his choice, something like that, and that was wrong. But he didn't tell her, right? I don't even know. What do you guys think? Honestly though, I think if I did this for someone and I just wanted them to be healthy and they called me a controlling bitch and I'm selfish and I'm judgmental, I would cry, honestly. Like, imagine loving someone so much that you cook for them every single day a healthy meal and they call you names. That's crazy. Well, you know what? If he thinks she's so bad for him, then he should break up with her and see if any other woman would cook for him. Alright, moving on. I hosted a family dinner over the weekend. My brother brought my nephews, 4 and 8, over as well. I used to wear my engagement ring all the time, but lately I keep it in my walk-in closet and mainly wear it for a special occasion. While I was cleaning up the dinner table, my nephews went to go play while the adults were still in the outdoor patio and outdoor kitchen area. My brother was not supervising his kids. During this time, my nephews went into the master bedroom without anyone knowing and started playing with everything, including my engagement ring. When we came to look for them, they panicked because they knew they weren't supposed to be upstairs, ran into the master bedroom and flushed my ring. We called a plumber in case it was somehow in the trap of the toilet and not actually gone. But nope, unfortunately it was gone for good. We still had the original receipt, so I called my brother. I emailed him a scanned copy as proof of the cost and asked him to reimburse me for the ring my nephew flushed. Immediately, he started calling me an asshole because we were a family and he was just a child. He has refused to repay the cost of my ring. I told him I would be taking him to court for this, and now my entire family is blowing up my phone saying families shouldn't sue each other and just let it go. The ring was not insured. I found out the day after my nephew flushed it. My husband says he forgot and in the end never actually insured it. My brother says he does not have the money to repay even $100 per month and has refused any kind of repayment plan. He said I live in a nice enough house and if I want a replacement, I should just sell my car. My brother to this day has not truly apologized. He said kids will do what is normal for kids and they shouldn't be held responsible for a ring. They were supposed to supervise the kids outdoors with the rest of the family while I was busy cleaning up. I don't believe for a second my brother and his wife cannot pay for the cost of my engagement ring. They don't make anything near my husband, but they have a combined income of around $250K. They don't pay rent or anything because my parents gifted them their old house valued at $3.5 million in Toronto. There is no mortgage on the home my brother lives in. The only things my brother and his wife would have to pay for is the cost of raising their children, normal bills and food. I feel so distraught because my ring holds great sentimental value. I've already been speaking with my husband's family lawyer, but at this point I'm ready to hire a private investigator to find out if they really don't have the money. Wow, that's crazy. I do feel like the brother is responsible for this because he wasn't watching his kids. Like, they're kids. Yes, you know they're kids and you know kids do stupid things, so you should have been watching them. It's just like when a kid falls into a swimming pool and the parents aren't watching and they drowned, whose fault is it? The parents' fault because they weren't watching the kids. I think it's crazy the fact that the brother doesn't even want to pay his son and hasn't even apologized yet. And he's just like, well, kids are going to be kids. That's just what kids do. Huh. Seriously? I feel like if they apologized, things would have went better. But because they didn't apologize, it's just going where it has to go then. But you know what? At the same time, I do feel like if your ring is $30K and you know that kids are over, for sure, you should have like hid the ring somewhere, somewhere where the kids can't reach it, for sure. Because kids, they're like little monkeys, right? They can get into anything. My sister, cousin, and a couple of friends came over last night after work. My sister brought a friend of hers I'd only met a few times that I've never had an issue with. At one point, I went to the bathroom and the ladies were in the living room, calmly enjoying wine. When I came out, my sister's friend was in the kitchen, arguing with my son. I asked her what she was doing. She said my son went into the kitchen to get food, and she told him to wait until I came out of the bathroom to ask me for permission. I stared at her for a second and then said, "Who the F are you? You don't live here, he does. Who are you to tell him he can't go in his own kitchen?" She looked surprised and said she was trying to be helpful. I repeated my question of why she thought it was okay to tell someone they can't use their own kitchen when she's a guest in someone else's house. She dodged the question and then brought up that she's a teacher, which isn't even relevant, and sometimes kids try to get around rules. I asked her what that has to do with anything. I then asked who even gave her permission to go in my kitchen. She said she followed my son in. I said, "So you think my son needs permission to go in his kitchen, but you can go wherever you like in my house without invitation? So you have more rights here than he does?" She said she didn't feel welcome anymore and was leaving. She went back in the living room, grabbed her bag and walked out. My sister asked what happened, and I explained that she had a disagreement with my son. My cousin and some of the other ladies said they thought it was strange she followed him into the kitchen and had been wondering why she did that, and thought her motive was weird as hell. My sister and a couple other ladies said her behavior was perfectly normal and I was unnecessarily hostile to her. My cousin said, "But why would you confront a child you don't know instead of saying something to the aunt who's right there? That's so weird." Everyone but my sister acknowledged that part was weird, and we all moved on. Later, my sister confronted me privately and said she was upset I chased off her friend. She said she really likes this woman and that I was way over the top in the way I spoke to her. I can be a little extra when it comes to defending my kid. So, was I an ass? Dude, why was a grown woman arguing with the kid anyways? Is it because she's a teacher, so she thinks she has a right to boss over anyone's kids? I think that's why. Like, she thinks she's a teacher, so she's like, no, you can't go in here because this is where the adults are. You can't go in your own kitchen. But at the same time, I feel like maybe she just didn't want the kid getting hurt. I don't know. But honestly, I feel like this person did kind of step over the line by her tone. Because honestly, I feel like, why couldn't she just be like, oh no, he's okay, he's fine. He can eat whatever he wants in the kitchen. He can do whatever he wants. Yeah. And just end it like that. I don't think I would swear at her though. I don't think I'd be like, who the F are you? Who the F are you to tell my son what to do? Honestly, I'd just be like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, it doesn't matter. When he gets in the kitchen, it doesn't matter. But thank you for looking out for him. Thank you. But if she tries to tell me how to parent, then I'd get mad. But I feel like this person got mad too quickly over something small. I don't know. How do you guys feel about this? Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.